like that, but when someone rage quits on me like a previous game, it happens. There's nothing I can do to control it, man. Just try to upgrade to the PS5, but you know. About the best we can do. But what I'm going to do right now, I'll teach you guys what we're coming out in, what we're expecting out of our defense, and why we run it the way we run it right now. Now usually I'm just strictly zone. I do tend to, you know, play like a vanilla coverage, but I've learned that when you do stuff like that, you know, usually you give up soft spots in coverage. And I don't like giving up easy stuff. I don't like anything cheap. I don't like anything easy. You know, if I go to the store, I want to play. I want some quality. I want something that's quality and I know is gonna work. I don't want anything where you guys sit there and put in a Mortal Kombat code to execute a finisher, and you got to do that every single play. You know, you're gonna deal with quick hikers. You don't want to deal with that. Okay. Simple, easy steps. Play fast, fundamental football. Try to teach it on both sides if I can. Hopefully I don't get screamed out, right? So we'll start off in the wide 9 as soon as I can get there. And I'll teach you things that I'll probably end up doing. I haven't done it yet, but things that I will regulate doing depending on formations that I'm dealing with or whatnot. If you're using the wide 9 as a run defense, you may want to make sure that your interior linebackers are your best tacklers. Being able to shed helps, but make sure they're good tacklers. Make sure your safeties are good tacklers. Don't be coming out in this wide 9 and you got your sub safeties or actual, I mean sub linebackers as safeties. You're gonna get pancaked, and then you're gonna be using corners or safeties, you know, backup safeties at the safety position. You ain't gonna have no one good. There's gonna be a liability in coverage, so you want to make sure you have your best players on the field. So I'm gonna come out in the wide 9 and just kind of go over it real quick. Plays cover 1 linebacker blitz. Now we'll just go versus random single back. The way I've been running it is I'll show blitz and I'll spread the linebackers and I'll crash the D-line to the side where the linebackers blitz. And then what I'll do is I'll take this safety and I'm either, depending on if there's a guy here or not, it's going to tell me which gap I'm going through. Okay. Now I have the option to defend this guy because he's covered to the flat with the corner. Now, if I want to keep my outside leverage for outside runs to this side, I'm going to leave the corner where he's at. If it becomes an issue, if I'm worried about him getting beat, you know, or him running a slant to the other side, I'm not going to worry about him. I'll defend him myself with my user, and I'll just put a hook, a vert hook over there. We'll run it as is, and then just come right through there. Someone's going to get free. So it's up against random single backs. Again, show blitz, spread linebackers, crash the D line, and if you don't like the matchup, you can just put him in a vert hook. And you can change that zone depending on situations, you know. There you go. Just stop that run. It's pretty simple. Show blitz, spread linebackers, crash to the side. Now here I can shoot the B gap. Okay, if it's a pass. The only thing I'm worried about over here is with 3 tight ends, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to man them up, but I'm going to have a zone over there, okay? And then just come through the B gap. I know he got beat, but, you know, you can make adjustments as necessary. You find like you're getting beat with something. So obviously a man beater would get through. See, tight end over there like that. We just gonna come over here. Ah, damn, show. Practice mode, it happens. Do it a few more times. Like I said, baseline, and then you can opt to make sure. Usually, when you show blitz, they will press. Make sure we crash over here, and we should be able to B gap. The interior is going to be covered by the 2 linebackers in the middle and the safety. Again, spread linebackers, crash. And I could opt to slightly put him in here so that guy is worried about him. But other than that, you're not giving up big plays. You know, like you're not giving up a lot of big plays. Your user is going to kind of be important here. Now, sometimes I'll come from this side. Just like that, you know. So just find that B gap and then just kind of keep putting pressure on your opponent. Most people won't know how to react to it. It's pretty simple. Show blitz, spread linebackers, and crash to the side where the linebacker is blitzing from. So like with the left, if this guy's blitzing, you're going to crash that side. If the other linebacker's blitzing, you're going to crash that side. Okay, that's pretty much going to be what you're looking for. Now, if it comes down to situations where they're playing more spread concepts, I'm going to teach you how to run this palms. Pretty simple. Okay. Find a good spread set. We'll start with tray Y and then we'll just go off. Usually, like I said, you're just going to man align first. You're going to shade, bring those defensive in. You're going to go ahead, pinch, and then go ahead, contain, and then move the linebacker over there. Now you can come over here and line up right behind the one tech's butt. Okay, so if it's a run, you can get behind them. If it's not, everything's going to be pretty much short. That's the only completions you're going to give up. They're not going to have anything, you know. And most people that play online, you know, or humans in general, they want the big play. They're going to sit there and they're going to hold on to it. There's not too many people that are going to make quick passes when needed, you know. So it's just something that you have, you know, in your back pocket. So like when I say I'm play 2, you know, watch 2, play 3 or something like that. Let's say if 83 goes deep, I'm going to play him deep. You know, I'm not going to worry about that. If 3 goes to the flat, he might get a short completion. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Now, if 83 goes deep, like let's say he goes short, and 3 goes to the flat. Usually people will try to do that with most spacing concepts, where they'll have like a hitch flat combo on one side, and it'll kind of, you know, bug off the seam flat or the quarter flat to play the flat and leave the hitch open. You know, so you can use that to kind of play the 2 and then let that quarter flat branch out. Appreciate it, man. So I'm just kind of get into it more. So I'm watching 83. I'm watching the tight end. He goes to the flat. He doesn't do anything. Sometimes the AI bugs out. That should have been played. We'll do it again. Let's go ahead and make sure everybody's aligned. I'm big on matching personnel. So we got a corner on a receiver, got a corner on a receiver, got a corner on a receiver. You got to come out and dime defense versus these tray wide flex. And you can have your number one corner defend the tight end, branched off with a safety and a linebacker to kind of watch the running back and the tight end. So one of them has the option of being bracketed off, you know, which is ultimately what you want. So you can play the run fit. If he decides to run, he's not really going to have a lot of space to go. He might get 2 or 3 yards here or there, but you know, that's how you're going to play your dime defense. Now, you don't necessarily have to stay in Palm's coverage. You can do it from any defense. Like I can do it from the buzz match, and it's going to change up slightly. Okay, so same thing. I'm still going to slide him over. So when I slide him over, now the safety comes into the box. Okay, so with him being the vert hook, I'm going to play the 2 on the other side, because I know anything deep with 83s are going to be covered by the AI. Okay, you got 3 zones over there versus 2 receivers. All I have to do is watch anything that comes over to the middle, and I got to watch number 7 deep, and then I'm going to watch anything that comes down. Okay, if anything crosses underneath this zone right here, that's my assignment. So just go ahead and play it. I'm taking them deep. Now I'll give up the short, but I don't want to give up anything deep. Okay, that's just going to be the concept. If I'm playing the dime blitz too, okay, same thing. Make sure we got our. It gets a little tricky because you can't man align this. What I like to do in the dime blitz is I like to loop around this 77 guy. Okay, so I'm just using him, and I'm going to loop. I'm going to keep him in his blitz assignment, but I'm going to loop around, you know, try to confuse the offensive line. If I go into a game, you'd be surprised how many times this shit comes through. Okay, so if I go into it, actually, you know what? Let me man align, and then, no, it won't let me do it like that. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just press him, and I should be fine. Usually I'm just watching for anything to cross, because the dime defense doesn't have a cover 2 sink. So what's missing is the wall off defender. So if you want to run the cover 2 sink, you're going to put the mid read right there, and then you're just going to wall anything and chase anything. Keep him in the blitz assignment, because that's going to confuse the AI, okay, on who their blocking protection is. So just keep him in a blitz assignment, but you're going to be playing coverage wherever he's at. So we play right there, we see, and then we just take the short route. You know, main thing is you don't want to give up anything deep. Make them earn every yard, and that's pretty much going to be the concept of what you're doing coverage wise. Other than that, we're going to try to get into a game. Hopefully I don't get blue screened off, you know. And like I said, when I say play 2 read 3 or play 2 read 1, you know, all I'm doing is reading inside to out. Take the receiver inside vertical. If he don't go vertical, I'm looking for something else. Because if he goes to the flat, I know that the seam flat or the quarter flat is going to bite down to it. If I'm playing Palms coverage and number 1 goes deep, I know I'm going to take number 1 deep. Quarter flat's going to be cut. The flat's going to be covered by number 1, and number 2 is going to be covered by the quarter flat. Remember, it's man defense. You're just playing it from zone looks. So, you remember back in the day, PS2 days, early PS3 days, you used to be able to do like cross man. They didn't have match zones back then, but you used to be able to cross man. You know, that's pretty much what you're doing. You're playing cross man. That's exactly what match coverage is. If that's an easy explanation for it, right? Try to break it down the best I can. Now, there are flaws. Certain route concepts do kind of bug out how they're supposed to play. Like in real life, if 2 automatically goes to the flat, then, you know, the corner's automatically going to come down and play the flat. Sometimes they play man read too long in the coverage, so it doesn't necessarily play perfect. So, I mean, you're going to give up short, quick passes. But the main thing, you just have to be content with that, because they're not going to be able to hit you deep. People don't want to sit there and play the quick pass game the whole game. They don't want to take 2 or 3 yards. They might do it for a little while. It doesn't matter, and people want to score. Eventually, they're going to start throwing picks. They're going to throw it downfield. Bend but don't break, guys. I'm telling you. That's like the best defense you can have.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest.
I'm not going to sit here and say you're going to goose egg everybody you play, but you will be competitive. You will make a game of it. You will make them earn everything they get.
We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Darren Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'd rather them earn it than get something wide open. Nothing cheap, nothing easy, bro.
Kick taken right at the 20. And he tries to get as much as he
like that, that's cheap. Easy, can't stop shit. Alright, we got trips tight end. Play 2, watch 3. 2 goes vertical. Get out in front of him. Run him down the field. Don't give him nothing cheaper, nothing easier. People want to do these little rollout defenses and shit. I mean, rollout offenses. He's going to get wore out trying to do that the whole game.
He flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on second down.
Wilson,
his throw incomplete.
So you can play man when they're tight. Don't play match when they're tight. Play match when they're tight. Remember how I said that shit zone, it'll bug out. Because it'll play man read too long. We'll play nickel normal right here. And go ahead and play our go-to defense.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson.
Ooh, I thought you got fumbled it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route.
Guarantee if you would have went play action, bro, he would have got 8 alive.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
It shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? It shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Get it, get it, get it!
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So when you play man versus the screens, they're not going to get no screens.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson.
When you play man versus the screens, they're not going to get no screens.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it.
Oh, that's going to jump the right way. Now, you can make adjustments.
Down defensively because they have them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Boy, Hayward. I see you, my boy. Nothing cheap, nothing easy.
3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson.
Ah, play the ball.
They
probably put play ball on it.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
It's fine. You know, it took him a while to score. He didn't get nothing cheap. He didn't get nothing easy. Make them earn every yard.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Took them 9 plays. That's a good defense. Start looking at that as a rewarding situation as opposed to being frustrated by it.
Here's Myers to boot it away.
They're scoring on 2 or 3 plays, and then you have a problem.
Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here.
9 plays, I'm content with that.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Oh, let's read the safety.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete.
Good shit. Let's go.
There he goes, right side.
Let's go.
And he will score. Touchdown.
Had to wait for him to come back, man.
Darren
So Carr wouldn't overthrow in the coverage.
yards. And the Raiders,
Or actually, Mariota.
tying this thing up.
Good play.
That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back because
That's what I mean by cheap and easy. That's what I mean. That's not good defense. I be trying to tell people about playing stock drop zone. Got too many soft spots. You don't want to play defense like that, man. That's preseason defense.
You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with it.
Draw past 9 go. That's still
Damn.
a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still look
That's fine. Back play defense.
Going there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
If you had escape artists with this, definitely do some extra damage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one
Until
away.
next year, when they nerf escape artists and gunslinger.
Just inside the 20,
Rep. Go for the rep. Go for the rep. Go for the rep. Go for the rep. Rip it. Rip, 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 rip. Anytime they don't move, guys, just spam the fuck out of R1. Sometimes you'll get them to fumble it. They want to play like that where they just don't want to move because they don't want to get hit stick. Now they got to worry about you trying to rip it from them.
This drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass.
Boom!
Defense,
Nothing cheap, nothing easy. You can earn it. Nothing cheap, nothing easy.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Get that inside.
Wilson.
Oh, you got lucky. Get that outside. There we go. Take that outside.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
He got lucky.
There on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
If they go super tight like that, I'll play it from a base. If there's any receiver outside the numbers, I'll do it from wide 9.
Makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete
He's
pass.
got a receiver outside the number.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson.
Good D.
Over the middle, and it's in.
Nothing cheap, nothing easy. Make them earn.
Guys work all the time on manipulating a defense.
That under center shit's not going to work versus this defense very consistently.
He just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Wilson.
Double Metcalf.
That's
Woo!
incomplete, but there is a flag.
I'm aggressive. I'll take it. I'm very aggressive. I got blue screen. Fuck!